You know that curl routine that you did in the beginning of your hair journey that was like the curl routine that all of a sudden you believed in your hair again? You were like, oh wait, my hair doesn't totally suck. That is the routine that we're going to be chatting about today. Hey, my name's Barbara. Welcome back to my channel. I am the CEO and founder of Curls Monthly, which is a curly hair subscription service. If you're a Curls Monthly subscriber, hello, say hey in the comments. And if you're not a Curls Monthly subscriber, I'll make sure to link Curls Monthly below. Each month we send you 5+ of my favorite curl products so you can gradually find your favorite curl products. Today we're chatting about, I could cry, an all-time favorite product of mine. This is the Camille Rose Curl Love Moisture Milk. This is one of the first products I ever bought when I first started my curl journey, and it made such a huge difference on my curls. They actually just sent me another one, so this bottle is like fresh. Ooh, it smells so good. But like I still have my original bottle sitting over there. It has like this much left in it, and there's like crud all over the side. Like this bottle has been like used and abused. This magical leave-in conditioner is protein free, it's glycerin free. It is the best, most moisturizing leave-in conditioner. It's so great for waves, curls, and coils. It's really juicy, but it's not too heavy. It's not gonna leave your hair greasy. Great for all textures, incredible at detangling, provides long-lasting moisture, and super increased definition. So on today's video, we're going to be doing a full curly hair routine featuring this product, as well as another Camille Rose product that I've always paired with this and is a huge favorite of mine. And I'm gonna be showing you what I did back then to make my curls look great, and still to this day, a routine that I love. Before we get into that, let's look at the ingredients of this leave-in conditioner and let's see why I love it so much. As always, I like to get into the nitty-gritty ingredients and really go through everything one by one. So you're not just relying on what the front of the bottle says, but you're really able to see the why behind products. First up, we have benzotronium methosulfate, which is a conditioning agent. Then we have cetyl alcohol, which is a moisturizing alcohol, so it also is a conditioning agent. Avocado oil, which helps hair maintain moisture and boost shine. Rice bran oil, which repairs dryness, damage, and it's just really great for dry hair. Aloe vera leaf juice, which is again incredible for dry hair. It really helps moisturize and clump curls. Then we have castor seed oil, another moisturizing agent. Macadamia seed oil, another moisturizing agent. Sorbitol, which binds water and oil together to like make the product a consistent consistency. Green tea extract, which stimulates hair growth and promotes new hair cells. Rice milk, which is a super hydrating moisturizing ingredient that has been used for centuries. Rose ship fruit oil, really great for my dry hair, really helps maintain moisture levels and also minimizes split ends. And one of my all-time favorite ingredients, slippery elm bark extract. This is like a favorite of mine. Anytime I love a leave-in conditioner, it always has that ingredient in there. And the last ingredient is love. It literally says love. So that's adorable. But without further ado, let's get to the wash day. I just washed and conditioned my hair in the shower. My hair is as wet as it could be, but it has been about 10-15 minutes since I've gotten out of the shower and set up all of my equipment. So a really important step to really any styling method, but specifically this styling method, because we're really going to be focusing on juicy curls, is to get a endless spray bottle. I will link the one that I use below, but these are really so important for a good curl routine because you do not want to be putting your products on anything less than soaking wet hair. The only time maybe you don't want to be completely soaking your hair down is if you have maybe very fine, low porosity hair. But other than that, like even how wet my hair is right now is not going to be wet enough. So you really want to make sure that it's just absolutely dripping. I also highly recommend putting warm water inside of the spray bottle when you can. I'm not perfect at this, but I definitely do notice a difference with frizz if I can put warm water. It's very slight, but it's definitely preferable. Warm water will help open up your cuticles a little bit more. So if your cuticles are opened up, they're actually going to be better at soaking in the product. So just the warm water is definitely better than the cold water, especially if you just had a nice warm shower. If you went ahead and sprayed with cold water afterwards, you would definitely be closing your cuticles like very quickly, and they might not like that. Once that feels pretty wet, we're going to take the product of the month, the Curl of Moisture Milk by Camille Rose, and I'm going to start with about a quarter size, a little over a quarter size. Now, of course, how much you use will depend on your hair. So number one, it'll depend on how much volume you want at the end. So if you want a lot of volume, you're going to use less cream-based products. If you really prefer definition, you're going to use more cream-based products. But of course, it also depends on your hair's density and your length. You know, if you have really, really long hair, obviously you'd be using more than somebody with short hair. Finding the perfect product amount is really, truly, like everything else, trial and error. And then I am, just because I didn't really get so much at my top, and right here next to the crown of my head tends to be a little coarse. So I'm just gonna take a tiny bit more and just make sure I get the top of my head, and then just very lightly glaze the top. Notice I am applying this from the bottom and then going to the top. I didn't just like plop it here and then slide it down, because the ends of our hair tend to be the parts of our hair that need the most love, need the most styling, etc., etc. But the top of our hair tends to be the healthiest, so it will frizz less. But you do want to put a little bit on there, especially if you are frizzy prone like myself. So pulling out of my Curls Monthly product pouch, we are going to take some type of hairbrush to brush this through. The one that I'm using is from the Perfect Hair Care. You can use a wet brush. I will link the one that I'm using below. But basically, I always, after I apply my leave-in conditioner, will then brush it through. And this is just to ensure that the leave-in conditioner touches every hair strand. What you do not want is to miss hair strands with the leave-in. I know that we have all been there, we've all done that. What happens is then like your hair will have like this weird frizzy section without any product, and it never looks good. So just brushing it through really helps just evenly distribute everything. And then you can also tell like how wet your hair really is when you brush it through, how much product is in there. If it feels too light, you can add more product. And then I will create my part. So the styling method that we're going to do with these two products is sort of like my signature styling routine. I swap out the products for whatever I use, but in general, it's sort of my signature. So from there, I'm gonna create a part. Right now, I have been doing sort of like a slightly off-center part, not super to the side, but also not centered. It's just what I have been preferring on my hair recently, but it does not matter where you part your hair for this specific routine. So now our Camille Love Curl Love Moisture Milk is in. It really truly smells so good. All the Camille Rose products smell very similar. They're like very vanilla-y. So that is now in my hair. You can really see that my hair is very, very, very wet. It's saturated with the product, so we are ready to start styling. Gonna reach into our Curls Monthly product pouch. I will link this below. It's so cute. You can put all your accessories, curl products in there, etc., etc. But right now I'm taking a Curls Monthly alligator clip. I'll also link that below if you need alligator clips. But I am just using my pointer fingers, and I'm going to section and do this routine in 3 sections. If you have lower density hair, you can do 2 sections. If you have higher density hair, you can do 4 or 5. For me, my hair loves 3 sections. I think that that's perfect for me, but just right over my ears, I'm going to section off the first section of hair. I really, when I section, want to create like a very specific part line. The reason being is you don't want like hair up here being in the section down there. It will kind of just get like messy. So this is definitely the best way to do that. And then I'll just clip the rest of my hair up with another alligator clip. So already right near my hairline, my hair is already drying. So again, I will go in with my spray bottle and especially just like focus by my hairline. The reason why it dries up at my hairline before it dries at the ends is because my ends are more damaged. When your hair is more damaged, water stays in it a lot longer. Now we're nice and wet. So now I am going to take, this is the Bounce Curl Define brush. I'll also link this below. This is just a really great brush. You can use a Denman brush. You can even use the same type of brush that we used before to do what I'm about to do. This brush is specifically for defining your curls, so I just find it to be really, really helpful. And I'm going to take some of the Camille Rose Curl Maker. This is sort of like a gel. I love how it pairs with the Curl Love Moisture Milk in this month's Curls Monthly. And I'm taking like a dime size amount, it's pretty small. And then I'm just going to rake that in, again, focusing on my mids and my ends, and just rake that into the section. Oh, this also smells so good. This routine is also so great because it's completely glycerin free. So if you'd struggle with frizz and haven't gone the glycerin free route, this is a really good routine for you. So now I'm just taking my Define brush and I'm taking like 4-inch sections of my hair. And then just brushing that through. And this brush is really easy to just define your curls. I just brush it through and shake. Like I said, you can do this with any type of brush, really. You'll get pretty similar results. Your curl clumps might be a little more clumpy if it doesn't have these ridges in the brush. But I'll show you actually what to do in a second if you don't have one of these brushes. It's sort of just like a hack. So after this, what I like to do, and you can do this if you don't have one of these brushes, you can also do it if you do have one of these brushes and you just prefer a little bit more volume. I'll then take a wide tooth comb. This is our Curls Monthly wide tooth comb. I will link it below, but then I'll just take a comb and then brush that through. And what this will basically do is it'll just make the clumps that I just made with the brush a little smaller so they won't be as juicy. And when your clumps are smaller, then your hair will just have a little bit more volume. So you can do that definitely, especially if you don't have the brush that I'm using here. If you're just using like a regular wet brush, you can do that. So after I have finalized that section, I'm going to take 2 more of my Curls Monthly alligator clips, and I'm just going to pin that section back so I don't get the sections mixed up as I move on. So now I'm taking that down and I'll create my second section. And for this section, I'll usually do like just above my temples. I definitely tend to care about this middle section the least because you don't see it. Like you'll really see the bottom, you'll really see the top, but you won't really see the middle section. And actually a really great volume hack is to not really define the middle section, because if you define the bottom and the top, the entire hair will look defined. And then if you keep this in here a little more undefined, then it'll just add that like volume from within. So again, I'm just re-wetting that section down because we really want our hair to be wet to avoid frizz. Taking more of the Camille Rose Curl Maker. And then I will spread that through this section. So yeah, like I said, sometimes I will just kind of leave it like this and scrunch it in. For today, because I really want a nice defined wash day, I am going to go through with this brush again. So doing the same thing that I just did on the first section, where I just brush this all through in these little sections. And again, I'll go through with the comb just to break up those sections for some added volume. I'll take out the clips from the bottom and then just clip that section into the other section. So my last section, this one we really want to pay the most attention to because this is the section you're going to see. So I will really make sure it's super wet, especially by that area I mentioned always sort of goes frizzy and gets coarse on me. Then again, take the Curl Maker gel. And rake that through. So when I do this front area of my hair right next to my hairline, so like my bangs, they used to be bangs, but they kind of grew out. So like my bangs area, I do this in a very specific way just to get a nice like lift in the front. So what I'll do is I'll just make sure that my bristles are facing backwards, and then I'll tilt them forwards. And that just gives that nice little like lift right here. Taking my comb one last time to break up those curl clumps. Okay, all sections are done, and I'm gonna take a little bit more of the Curl Maker gel, probably like 2 pumps. And I am just going to slowly scrunch that into my hair. If you can hear that nice little squish sound, that is 100% the sound you want to be hearing from your hair. That just ensures that there's enough water and products to really make sure that your hair is not frizzy. And for the last step, I'm taking a microfiber towel,
and I am going to scrunch my hair with the microfiber towel. This just really begins the drying process of everything, and it really also sets the curls into place. I also love scrunching my roots just by themselves. I feel like it gives me a lot of root lift. And then from here, you can either air dry or diffuse. I am going to diffuse today, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's dry. All right, we are all dry. Now I'm just gonna take a little bit of a hair oil. You do not need a hair oil to do this step, but it just adds like a little extra shine. So I'm just taking a little bit of a hair oil. And then I am going to, with the hair oil on my hands, clap the crunch out of my hair. So I just tilt my head and then clap. And then I'll give it a little fluff at the roots. And you can already tell like the difference between this side and this side. Clapped versus unclapped, it always looks just like a lot more natural. The last thing I'll do is I'll like find any like really big curl pieces and I'll just gently break them apart. Because again, I like volume and I just don't like the look when like the curls are super like tubey, I guess you would call it. I'm trying to find one. Okay, like here's one, like it's all one big clump. So I'll just very gently separate those. And this is the final result. I always get such good results when I use this product combo, so I was so happy to share it with you today. Let me know what you think. I hope that you enjoyed that and found that beneficial. Let me know below if you want me to incorporate more wash days in Curls Monthly videos. Give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you next time.